last 11 days, we'll be celebrating President's Day. Malik takes us inside the late President's Ulysses S. Grant's home, Whitehaven, and gives us a brief history lesson.
The home has been around long before Missouri claimed statehood, and just some odd years later, it became Ulysses S. Grant's home.
Ulysses S. Grant is most famous for being the victorious Civil War general for the Union and two-term president of the United States. But before any of that happened, he was a farmer right here in the St. Louis area.
For 5 years, shortly before the Civil War broke out, former President Ulysses S. Grant resided here on what's called Whitehaven.
The Whitehaven property, when Grant was a farmer, it's about 850 acres, but the National Park Service today, we have 10 acres of the original 850, and we maintain the historic Whitehaven estate, which was originally his wife Julia's childhood home, and the whole Grant family lived here together for those 5 years in the 1850s.
The home itself is more than 200 years old, built between 1812 and 1816.
Which actually makes it older than the state of Missouri. Of course, Missouri didn't become a state until 1821.
The two-story, 2,500 square foot structure was large enough to house Grant, his wife, 4 kids, and an enslaved African-American workforce.
Interestingly enough, it's not going to be as big as some of those plantation homes that you see in the Deep South, but very large by Missouri standards.
Over the last several years, there have been numerous additions added to the home.
So the room on the far left, the west wing of the house, was added in the 1830s, and then Grant himself added a room to the back of the house, a kitchen to the house. And there was also numerous outbuildings behind the home where the enslaved laborers would have been working. So a summer kitchen and laundry room, a chicken house, and an ice house where the enslaved people would have been working in the back as well.
Now, some of you may be familiar with Grant's Galena, Illinois home that's also preserved as an historical site. That home claims to have a lot of the Grant's family's original furniture.
But in our case here at Whitehaven, we have no original furniture. Reason being for that is that there are a couple furniture pieces from Whitehaven that are at that Galena home, but most of the furniture was put in storage when Grant was president.
With that being said, furniture in the present-day Whitehaven home are replicas of the originals that would have been inside the home back in the 1800s.
The house itself is still about 60% original. So it was privately owned until 1986. A lot of different owners after Grant lived here, but people that lived here understood the historical value of the home. So if people come to see it today, a lot of the glass panels on the windows are original, the fireplaces are original, and even the 2 front steps that visitors use to get up to the front porch are original to the house as well. So the structure itself is still very historically accurate.
And you could find further information to plan your visit right there, or go to kstk.com/showme.